What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having an amazing day out there so far. So, I have a confession to make today. I am not a fan of Led Zeppelin.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Now, I know that's hard to hear for a lot of people. I would never deny the talent that band possesses, the impact that they've had on music, just in general, not even rock music. Arguably, they might be the best band of all time. But it just growing up, it never really was for me. My dad listened to them all the time. They are his favorite band of all time. He introduced me to them. It didn't really click for me, but it's probably been about, I don't know, 20-ish years since I've even heard any Zeppelin. So I hit my dad up yesterday and I'm like, Dad, if you were trying to get me to like Zeppelin, what should I listen to? And he gave me this one. It's called Out on the Tiles. He said this is not necessarily a super popular one. And he said Zeppelin's really an album band, which, if you don't know what that means, it means you need to listen to the whole thing, not just try to piecemeal out songs. But he said, for you, if you're trying to like Zeppelin, this is where I should go. So here we are. We're going to see if this song can make me a fan out of Zeppelin. I'm confident it probably can. My musical tastes have changed a lot in the last 20 years. So I very well may have to eat my words and just lose 20 years of fandom here. But we're going to get into it in a few minutes and see. But before we get into it, a few ways you guys can continue to support the channel. Right down below, you can hit that subscribe button. It's an easy and free way to show some love. You can also head on over to Patreon and become a member there. If that doesn't work for you, right here on YouTube, you can become a channel member. Both of those are going to get you access to priority requests, as well as other perks and features. And then, as always, with a one-time donation through Buy Me a Coffee, you can get a guaranteed request either me or Steven will check out right here on the channel. All right, y'all, let's get into it. All right, folks, here we go. Led Zeppelin. This is Out on the Tiles. See if this song could turn me around and get me right and make me a fan. I don't know. Dad, I don't want to let you down. Oh, Bonham. All right, so my dad does know me well, obviously, so it doesn't surprise me that he would shoot me a song like this if he was trying to reintroduce me to Zeppelin and get me to like them. And I will say, like I said earlier, my musical tastes have changed a lot in the last 20 years. It's just I never really wrapped back around to Zeppelin. Honestly, though, this is good. And like I said earlier, I mean, I would never deny the writing and the talent and the impact that they've had on music. That was never in question. It was just a matter of if it was really for me. I mean, this is good. It's got a good riff. Robert Plant's voice is so unique, and he's an amazing singer. He isn't my favorite voice though, and I think that may have been some of the aversion to Zeppelin for me was I just didn't really care for his voice when I first heard it. And even hearing it now, he's not my favorite singer. But it would be foolish to say that he wasn't the perfect fit for this band, and that he is an amazing singer. So again, the talent is not in question. It's just a matter of personal taste. Bonham's drumming, what is there to say? I mean, when I first started playing music, this was the kind of stuff that me and Steven, we got really into like Dream Theater and stuff. Steven loves Zeppelin. I just didn't really gravitate to him. But like we would hear like Mike Portnoy doing stuff, and then my dad would be like, "Oh, well that's cool, but come hear John Bonham do that with one foot instead of using a double bass pedal." And so when we first heard that, we didn't even know that was possible back in the day, and we were like, "Oh, that's really cool." Um, but yeah, this is a good song. It's got a riff. Jimmy Page's guitar playing again, his riff writing and his songwriting for me, I think, are the strong points. I've never been a huge fan of his lead playing. I'm just digging myself a huge hole here, but I'm just going to let it all out. I don't know if he does a solo in this song or not. Maybe you can change my mind. But so far, I mean, I could see myself sitting around listening to this casually and not just, for a video or whatever. Like this is good. All right, let me roll it back a few seconds and we'll keep it going. I like those hits. So I will say this about Robert Plant. One of the things that's really sticking out to me, this is, I don't know when this album came out. So this is probably the 70s, I guess. His pitch is wildly accurate. There's very little inconsistency in his pitch at all. It's really, really good. And he really is such a good fit for this band. Like I can't even think of another singer that I'll be like, oh yeah, they could sing in Zeppelin. Like it's just not a thing. Like there's no replacing him. Also, I can't remember is it John Paul Jones that's the bass player for Zeppelin? I think that's right. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But his bass playing is real good. He's copying a lot of the same riffs that are going on that Jimmy Page is doing on the guitar. But his tone is good. His timing's great. His feel's great. The bass tone is good. This is honestly, it's more well put together than I remember. So I think the big thing for me was when I first really got into music, the first band that really, really hooked me when I became a musician was Dream Theater. And it was so technical. It was so tight. It was so progressive that I don't know, anything that wasn't borderline perfect, I kind of was like, and didn't really get into it. And so this is not by any means perfect, but I don't know that it was ever intended to be perfect. If Zeppelin were still around today, I don't know if they'd be playing to click tracks and, or would they just want to feel it, because they seem like a jam, much more, they write great songs, but they have a jam band feel. And so I don't know how that would translate into modern day, or if you would even want it. I don't even know that you'd want it to translate into that kind of, lock to the grid perfection. That's part of what kind of makes it unique and magical, is that they're just out here doing it. I don't know if they did it all together or if they multi-tracked this, but for what it is, it's super. It's tighter than I remember, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think they deserve more credit than I gave them in my younger years. And also, while I'm thinking about it, so my dad used to tell me stories about how they recorded Bonham's drums, and he said they just did it with like some 57s. There wasn't no like 8, 10, 12 tracks of drums for this, because they sound better than I remember. And if that's true, then that's wild. Kudos to him for playing and mixing himself and the engineer that recorded it, because the drums actually sound better than I remember. This is all better than I remember. So I think by the end of this video, I'll be eating my words and having to check out some more Zeppelin. I do like this section a lot. Jamming out. I like that little fill right there. We got a we got a long fade out there. So I'm actually going to run it back into that section because it was interesting how the guitar really kept the same riff going there, but the bass was doing a lot of walking around him and doing some cool stuff. So I want to take it back and check that out. When I think about Zeppelin, I mean, usually, I mean, this is kind of a musical meme, but I feel like the bass player gets the shaft a lot. Like, I don't think about the bass player when I think about Zeppelin. I think about Bonham. I think about Jimmy Page. Um, but I really like what he was doing there. His tone was really good. It started cutting through quite a bit as he's moving up and down the neck and the fretboard, and he was doing some really cool stuff. And then, Bonham had to throw that slick little fill in there as they're fading out. Hey, honestly, this is way better than I remember it. Now, I will say again, my dad knows me well. This song doesn't have a guitar solo, and I feel like that might have been why he recommended it to me, because he knows that I'm not a super big fan of Jimmy Page's lead playing. Again, I love his riffs, a lot of them, and the writing is there. The riffs are there. All the riffs in this song are great. Some of the Led Zeppelin standard stuff that everybody knows. Black Dog and Kashmir and Ramble On, all that kind of stuff. Like, again, I'd be a fool to say that those aren't good riffs and they're not iconic riffs. But I do feel like, Dad, you might have suggested this one to me because it didn't have a guitar solo. All right, I'm gonna run it back into this jam section. I was feeling it. I like the way that kind of rode out. I'm gonna see. I don't know how far back we were probably somewhere in the middle of it because it lasted a while. But all right, let's ride it out. I love what the bass is doing there. It also seems like there's like some wild panning stuff in the drums. I do like that Phil. He's slick, man. All right. So I did like that song. I liked it a lot, actually. It was really well put together. They played a lot tighter than I remember as a kid, and I don't know. It was well done. I definitely could see myself, if this was the first Zeppelin thing that I had heard, I probably may have dove deeper into them. But it seems like, I don't know if this one is super popular or not. It seems like a deeper cut. Maybe it's not. Maybe everything's a deeper cut for me because I only know like the main ones of Zeppelin. But that was really good. It was all played really well. It was written really well, performed really well. Again, I don't know what album it's from. I don't know what decade. I'm assuming it's from the 70s. So y'all have to fill me in the comments. But I don't know. I could see myself becoming a fan. Maybe digging into some of these other tunes that I haven't heard in a couple decades and giving them another chance because that was honestly really good. Like I have nothing but good things to say about it. All right, folks, what'd you think? Is this enough to turn me into a fan? I will say it's definitely enough to put me on the right track. That was much, much better than I remember as a kid. And again, what did I really know as a kid? I didn't know nothing. I don't really know nothing now, honestly. But yeah, that was a whole experience, I guess, because that's not it's not what I remember listening to stuff as a kid. So, Dad, I think you're right. I think I need to dive deeper into this and give them a true shot. So I need some recommendations, though. I can hit Steven up. I can hit my dad up. I know y'all will give me some in the comments. I know I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments for not necessarily being a fan all this time and not really giving it a chance, but that's all right. There's never too late. And again, they're insanely talented. Their impact on music is undeniable. Their writing's undeniable. The individual talent levels is off the charts. But yeah, no, I could definitely see myself listening to more. So y'all point me in the right direction. Are they an album band, like my dad said? Should I, is there a certain album that I need to give a shot and just try to, listen to it all the way through to really get a good feel for them? I don't know. Y'all got to point me in the right direction because I'm clueless on this one. All right, y'all. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so every time we drop new content, you guys can be made aware. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.